Hi guys!
Hi guys!
Welcome back to Muggle Talk.
I'm Becky.
And I'm CJ.
So we thought we're 4 episodes deep.
Can't believe it.
So now would be a good time to kind of get to know us a little bit more.
So we figured what better than to do a 20 questions podcast.
Ooh. Okay. So how are we going to do this?
So I think we have a list of like 50-ish questions in front of us. I think that we'll each pick 10. We'll just go back and forth asking, and we'll both answer. So you'll get to know us, kind of. Yeah, at least I get to know what we want to tell you right now.
Yeah.
So go for it, Becky. You go first.
Oh, no.
Ladies first.
I have to pick one for you to answer? Is that what we're doing?
I think we're both going to answer, so it's whatever.
Okay, so I'm just going to go with the first one.
I think the first 10 are good.
Yeah, so full name. What's your full name?
So my full name is Charles Jackson Fisher, hence the CJ.
I love
Pretty
it.
simple.
Pretty easy. So now I answer?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so my full name is Rebecca Naomi McBride.
I like that.
Thank you. But I go by Becky.
Right. So we both go by our pseudonyms. Shorter names. Initials? I go by my initials.
I just go by a nickname, I guess. I don't know. Shortened name?
I know, I never know what to call it.
I don't know.
So, number 2 I think is pretty straightforward. Number 2 is zodiac sign. Becky, what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
I am a Pisces.
I don't really know what that means.
I don't know
I don't
either.
really do that.
It's 2 fish things.
I mean,
I don't know what Cancer
mine's a
is.
crab. I don't know.
Well, we're ocean people. Then.
I know.
So, explains our fear of water. Number 3, Becky.
3 fears that you have.
Lord. My number 1 fear is being mediocre.
Oh.
I'm always afraid of, not letting people down, but letting myself down. I have a very high standard for things. Not that you would necessarily know it by my life, but in certain things that I do, I have an expectation. In horse training, horse showing, I have an expectation, and I definitely hold myself to it. My number 2 fear is the ocean, which you may have heard in our Irrational Fears podcast. Check that out, number 2. And my number 3 fear is... I don't know. Number 3 kind of goes with number 1 because I'm afraid of failing at things to a certain extent. I know failure leads to success, but I don't want to fail in life and
that's a
the connotations that come with that.
Definitely.
What are your 3 things you're scared
yes,
of?
I'm going to start with another irrational one. I'm scared of ants. Terrified of them.
They're really strong.
They're tiny, and they come in hundreds.
True.
When there's one, there's always more.
True.
We've been having some ant problems in our house with our cat food, so right now I'm a little on edge with ants.
Right.
My second fear would be the ocean, for sure.
It's terrifying.
I can't handle it. I just can't. And then my third fear would probably be not feeling like I can't help my friends and family.
I get that.
I just always feel like I have to be the strong person for the people in my life, and I always have this fear that I can't do that.
Yeah. And you do. Yeah. I can see where you come from.
Yeah.
So number 4.
You have to do that one first. No, I have to do that one first. But you have to read it first.
I thought I did the fears.
You did the fears first.
Okay.
So now you say the question.
Okay, so the next one we're going to go with, I guess, will be 3 things I love.
Okay. So now I answer that one.
Yes, you will answer that one.
Okay, 3 things I love. I can do that one.
Yes.
The first one's my cat.
Yeah? His
name is Momo, named after Momo in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Again, why Becky and I get along so well.
He's so cute, and he makes little monkey noises, so it's kind of fitting. He's amazing. We rescued him, and he basically acts like a dog, so that's kind of nice. He likes to cuddle. And the second thing I love is coffee.
Yes.
I cannot get enough coffee. I have too much coffee. I cannot function until I've had my coffee. And then The third thing I love is my family.
That's very sweet.
I know.
So my number one would be my dogs then, I guess. Preston and Harper. Preston is a 7-year-old Italian Greyhound that I got, 7 years ago. I got him when he was 6 weeks old. And Harper, I got from the exact same breeder, the same people. They were so generous to let me have her. They bred the one last litter, and I asked at just the right time, so I got Harper just in time. It's the last litter they're having, so I'm very grateful to them. My number 2 thing I love, I'm going to go with Becky on this one and say coffee. I've been hardcore loving the Starbucks cold brew. That's so good.
Yep.
I don't usually like Starbucks coffee because I feel like they burn it.
Right.
But the cold brew, they've got something there.
Oh, yeah.
And number 3, I like to travel. So I travel a lot for work, which is in the country. But a big goal of mine is to eventually one day be able to travel. I'd love to go to Korea
for leisure.
And and just go explore. I definitely have this wanderlust heart where I want to explore, go to other places, and I'd love to be able to do that one day. So number 5.
So that one is my best friend. No pressure.
Well, I would say my best friend is Becky, obviously. She's probably one of the few people I will actually talk to. I'm not a big person, people person. Don't like a lot of people.
I don't either.
So, Becky gets that. And I really appreciate Becky because I feel because she's in school and I'm doing my deal, even though we kind of have separate lives, I feel when we do get together, we just pick up right where we were at, and it's never we missed any time. So that's something I really appreciate, and not something that a lot of people can do, I would say.
Tell me more.
Tell you more?
Talk about me.
Much. Well, you're supposed to get married, so we're supposed to be husband and wife. So we just have a long distance relationship, I would say.
I know.
It's we're just waiting to take the next step.
It's true.
So, Becky, what is your best friend?
What is my
Is
best
this Jeopardy?
friend?
Who is your best friend?
I hate that question because I have you and then I have Brandon.
Right.
And both of you, I'd say, are my best friend, but for different reasons.
I'll give you that one. I think that's an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
Brandon, if you don't know, is her husband, life partner, whatever you would like to call him.
Mm-hmm.
He is her significant other.
Yeah. And we have an interesting relationship just because we've lived with each other so long.
Right.
He lived with us while we were both still in high school. He lived with my family. So, I don't know. We kind of just...
You definitely have a long history together.
Yeah. And we're kind of the same person, too. We have a lot of the same interests and stuff. But then I have CJ.
Yes.
Who has been, I don't know. I've been with you, if you can call it that.
I think so.
For longer than I've known Brandon.
Right.
So it's just kind of, it's different.
It is different.
It is very different.
Different.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I'll share your
I like that we can shit talk together, you know?
Well, we should talk and, we just get things. We get each other. And we know when we can bitch at each other, and we know when we need to not bitch at each other.
Yes.
And it just works.
And we do, I don't know, we do our little monthly brunch.
Yeah.
And
our catch up,
and
then we'll have our little sleepovers where we drink too much.
Oh yeah, and I throw up in your bathroom.
Right.
The entire next
day. It's a thing. We do it.
It's great.
So number 6, I'm not gonna go with the one we have on our little list.
No.
So I'm gonna go with. I think this is a good one. Let's do number.
Or.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of like that.
I like it.
I have to think about it.
4 turn-ons.
Okay.
That's tough. I don't know if I have 4.
I don't know if I have 4.
We're not very. We don't get turned on.
No.
If you hear anything in the background, we have a live studio audience of
as usual.
Derek and Brendan and 2 dogs.
I don't know if I can think of turn on, but I can definitely think of turn off.
I have 350,000 turn-offs. People, 1. Everything people do, 2. Anyways, Becky's turn-ons.
My turn-ons. Let's see. I don't know.
Maybe this is a bad question.
This is a really bad
Okay,
question.
so number 7 is going to be tattoos and piercings. How many tattoos and piercings I have? Because we clearly don't get turned on. And the
but can I say a
turn-offs-
turn off? One of the biggest ones.
Oh, yeah.
Is wearing sandals with socks, and then having long fingernails.
That's just gross.
Like long.
It's like personal hygiene
I
issue.
can't do it. I can't. Oh my gosh! And there was this just.
Okay, no, let's make number 7 or turn-offs.
Okay.
Because turn-ons, I don't...
So I already got 2.
It is
There
whatever.
was this guy in one of my classes in. Oh my god! I just hit our little.
Punching you guys.
Our little microphone. There was this guy in one of my college classes, and I couldn't stand this guy. It's kind of related to the long fingernails, but he would clip his fingernails in the middle of class.
That seems like a wrong time to
And
do it.
I just wanted to get up and scream at him, and then there was this other guy in a different class who would, like, pick at his belly button linked.
Ew!
In the middle
What?
of class, and then he would smell his fingers.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
What are you searching for? Okay, so we're turning this into turn. We come in a couple different directions with this, but turn-offs. So turn-offs, I'm not into people that are hairy. Like
I'm hairy.
I don't like body hair. Like
I have so much body hair.
I get super lazy, but my ideal self, I would shave my arms and legs and like everything. I would just get the laser hair removed.
Is so dark and it grows so fast. I just can't control it.
Like I don't know. I just don't like hair. Like I don't like it on me. I don't like it on other people.
I like hair.
That to me is just like a.
That's a turn on. I think for me.
Like it's just
hair.
like not a thing.
I like body hair.
So my number 2 turn off would be. Oh my god. People who cannot get off their phones.
Yes.
Like at dinner. Or like
like
when
Phyllis.
you sit down. Like Phyllis.
Oh, guys, we haven't talked about Phyllis.
I don't know if I want to call it friend. She is an associate. She was a friend.
A frenemy.
Is a friend. Kind of was a friend. She's a friend that we both had.
We now feel obligated to be friends, kind of.
And Becky definitely has more history with her. Like, Becky and her were friends before I met Becky.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Becky, and Phyllis was there, and, like, we would hang out with her. She kind of third-wheeled us. And then when I wasn't there, Becky and her would hang out because they had similar interests.
And schedules. And, yeah.
But Phyllis is a pain in the ass.
Yes.
And, well, there's a lot to say about Phyllis. But when people are on their phones, like, at dinner, or, like, at lunch or brunch or whatever, it just kind of drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like, can you, for 6 seconds, not? Right.
Yeah.
So turn off number 3. Well, we're going to stick with the eating thing. People who have to eat with their mouth open.
Oh, yes.
That's just like, I don't even know as if that needs to be said. You just need to fucking close your mouth. Okay?
Yeah.
Chewing is a lot easier when your mouth is closed. The food doesn't fall out.
I tell you, I love my husband.
I don't want to see it.
Like, I love my husband.
Right.
But when he chews, it's not really chewing with his mouth open, but his teeth will, like, click, like I don't know.
Well, like he's, like, never seen food before.
Yes. And I cannot stand it. I can't stand it.
Okay, number 4. This is stressful. I don't know. I find myself, like, if we're talking in terms of, like, attraction, I don't find myself attracted to somebody who's super feminine or somebody who's super masculine. Like, somebody who just kind of sits
in the middle.
Kind of in the middle. Like,
I get that.
I don't want to say normal because I don't really know what a normal is, but just, like, somebody who just kind of, like, maybe is kind of right in the middle. They could go either way a little bit, but I don't really find myself super attracted to the extremes, I guess. So that is our turn-off. So we went on a lot of tangents there. But Becky's going to go with number 8?
No.
I think 8.
What is... I don't remember.
We skipped. We went to turn-offs, and then I was going to go here.
Oh, yeah. How many tattoos / piercings
yeah, I thought that was a big
that
one.
you have?
So I have 0 piercings and 2 tattoos, one of which I got with Becky.
Yeah.
The other one I have is a watercolor tattoo that I got in San Francisco, done by an actual watercolor artist. She was incredible. Demon ink tattoo. Her name is Sasha. If you want to find her on online, I don't think she has any social medias. But I hope to get I really would like to get one sort of every year. I like to get a tattoo every year.
Right.
I just I never find myself getting there. It's not that I don't want them. It's either when I'm ready to get one, the places I want to go to have such a long wait time to get in there. Or when I want to get one and I have an appointment, I just don't have the money at that time. I live by myself and pay for a lot of things, and it's hard.
Right.
I don't really have excess money.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my problem. I would love to get a lot of tattoos, and I think the next one I want to get would be of Anubis. That's just kind of what's on my mind, or a spine tattoo. Mm-hmm. Becky is lucky; she has a lot more than I do.
I have let's see, I gotta count 1, 2, 3, 4 piercings.
And very nice ones. I like her piercings.
I have 2 just kind of in my earlobes, 1 in my cartilage, and then I have my belly button pierced.
Very tastefully.
Which was the absolute worst thing I've ever experienced.
Really?
I hated it. The only reason I keep it in is because I had to spend the money and time and the struggle of getting it to heal. That's the only reason why I keep it in. The only reason. Otherwise, I totally would take it out. It's just, I feel like I've kind of grown out of it slightly.
That makes sense.
Tattoo wise, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8, I believe.
Love it.
I got my first one when I was 16, which might be too young for some people, but I love it still. And
but this is Muggle Talk, so it's not too young.
Yeah.
We approve.
Oh,
if
yeah.
It was done safely.
It was a sun on the back of my neck.
It's super cool. Take my word for it.
Oh, yeah. And then when I was 18, I got a tattoo with CJ. And was that the bird?
You got the bird one, yeah. And the one fell out.
These ones or this one?
Those ones.
These ones. I got the birds on my wrist.
Because I remember,
There's 4 of them.
one of them
one
fell
got infected.
out or, whatever.
The ink completely came
Yeah,
came
it was
out.
the strangest thing.
It
just flew away.
I had to get that one. The bird flew away. I also got one with my sister. It's sisters. She has one. I have one in different writing, a font, different font.
Right.
And then I got, I believe then I got the one on my waist, which is 2 birds with a heart, which I love. I guess that's on my what would you call it? My hip or something?
Yeah, it's kind of hip side,
bone,
flank region.
Yeah. And I got one on my back of some gears, because I was in an engineering kind of time of my life, but now I'm not, so
She was in robotics.
Yeah, I still like it.
We were super good at school for robotics.
Yeah. Then I have a mandala feather on my rib cage, which was super painful.
They always say that you're supposed
to
get a tattoo before you get your rib cage done.
Yes, so painful. Probably the most painful one.
Interesting.
And then I got a what is this? An Irish or a Celtic tekele on my waist. Or what is this?
Forearm.
Forearm.
It's by her forearm, by her elbow.
By my
crease.
elbow. Yeah, and that just is the balance of, it symbolizes the balance of earth, air, and water.
Right.
And then the last one I got was my parents' handwriting from a letter that says, "Love, Mom and Dad," to honor my mom who passed away.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So we are to question number 9. So this one I am going to skip a bunch of those. So I'm going to go, I keep referencing the list that we're looking at if you're wondering.
Like how we feel right now.
I am going to, yes, we feel semi-drunk. We're on podcast number 4, drink number 3. So we are going to talk about something I really, really want. So something that Becky really, really wants.
Something I really, really...
And there's a lot of ways you could go with this. You go with the obvious, right off the bat, I'm thinking Powerball. But I'm going to go, next layer to seem a little bit more intellectual.
Okay. Well, I was thinking, tell me if this is what you're thinking. What I really, really want.
I'm thinking like aspiration.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking.
We're on the same track.
I was either gonna say to live for a little bit in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good.
Right.
Or to write a book.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, one of those.
So my aspiration, and I'm working towards making this happen, I would love to create and develop my own skincare brand. So I'm super skincare obsessed. I have a skincare channel on YouTube that's just completely skincare, and I am hoping to enroll in a like skincare formulation whatever school in October. So my big like life goal, I have a bunch of them, but one of my big life goals that I'm currently working towards is developing my own skincare line. So that's my big one. So we are number 10.
9.
Number 9. So I wasn't sure if that was 9 or 5.
I think you made that last one.
Okay, so we're going to say this is on number...
So we're about to do 10.
10, yes.
So, well, they already know our current relationship status, so that doesn't matter. Oh, no, I can't pick a favorite movie. There's just too many.
That's tough.
Also, it'd be Harry Potter, so.
Obviously. Let's go favorite song.
Favorite song? Oh, no. Okay, no, I can do this.
You can do this.
Okay, what is your favorite song?
My favorite song, so I'm a super, super big Lady Gaga fan. I dressed up as her at a concert. Awesome, made my mom do it too. So I think one of my favorite songs would be... Well, shit, that is hard because there's a bunch of her songs, but I've also been a hardcore Adam Lambert.
Oh, really?
And a hardcore Stevie Nicks.
Oh,
Those have been like I've been a little bit rocky right now. But one of my favorite songs is Paparazzi.
Okay.
I just love that song. I think that's one of her best music videos, one of her best songs, and she's one of my favorite artists. Mm-hmm. So what is your favorite, or one of your favorite songs?
Well, mine's constantly changing.
Right.
Just depending on how I feel. But right now, so there's this artist called Lights. Uh-huh. She's a Canadian artist. And she is about to release a new album, I think this month, because it's the 1st of September, called Skin and Earth, and it's actually accompanies a comic. So the songs go with the comic, and a lot of the lyrics of the songs are in the comic.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really awesome. You guys should check it out. But it's she has a song called Savage that's like really like angry, like angry about love kind of song, and I love it. It's super awesome.
So we're in number 11.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna let you take this one because I kind of picked that one.
Yeah, you did.
I feel like the rest of the ones I think we should go to the next list.
Yeah, I don't
think those ones.
Like that.
They're kind of redundant.
Especially 22.
Yeah.
Those are about Tumblr. I don't do Tumblr.
No, we do not have a Tumblr.
I don't like a confession.
I'm just thinking anything on this list, so
yeah.
we could go to that one.
Were you looking at 28 or 29?
29.
29. I was like, I don't know a confession.
I don't confess.
3 things that annoy me easily. Well, I kind of covered some of them, but...
I think we have a lot of them, so we could do number 29 multiple times.
Yeah. One, I'm gonna go. At least with one. One thing that annoys me is when people are at a crosswalk and they hit the crosswalk button more than once.
150 times.
They're just like sitting there pounding on it.
Right.
Like you just hit it once. Right. It's fine.
Yes.
Just wait for it.
Yes.
It's not gonna come earlier.
Or when they like karate chop it and kick it or something. Like, what are you doing?
Like, why?
So I'm gonna go with one that annoys the shit out of me is when people can't hold a conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot of people I meet at horse shows, and like you'll go to talk to them, and they'll kind of just give you this really, and you know they're really nice. They give you this really nice blank stare, and like a one-word answer, and you're just trying. I'm one of the most awkward people, and I don't like people in general. So for me to like go out and have a conversation, like I'm really trying. And then I meet those people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you? It's so good to see you. And they're like, Good? Like, okay, well, that's
good
that.
to know.
So that's my number one. Number two.
Think of another one. So I don't know. I had a coworker. Okay, this doesn't annoy me that much, but lately it's been annoying me.
General annoyance will work.
Yeah, I had a coworker who would listen to, I think he was listening to podcasts or audiobooks or something while he was working, and then he would just laugh out loud.
Oh.
And then wouldn't say, like, what he's laughing at.
Right, why would you?
So he'd just be laughing to himself.
That seems super normal.
Like, if you're gonna laugh out loud...
Tell me.
Like, yeah, tell me what's funny.
Right.
I don't know. It's not huge, but it's just
it's something.
After hearing that multiple times every day...
Right.
It gets a little wearing. So
my number two would be unmotivated people.
Mm.
I just get totally... And that's not to say that I don't have my lazy moments or lazy days or lazy about things. But I generally consider myself pretty motivated. I have definite goals. I have things that I'm working towards. I know I know my direction. I normally know my direction. Like, not always, obviously. But, like, I just get so angry. I'm not even going to say annoyed. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be annoyed. But I get so angry when people, like, don't work. Or, like, when they feel entitled. Maybe I should even take it that far to say when people are super entitled.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to fucking work. And I know that some people are born more wealthy than others or, like, with more opportunity. But, like, I feel that everybody needs to have a work ethic. Even if you are, whether you're rich or poor, with lots of opportunities or none, I feel like you've got to work and at least just develop a work ethic.
Uh-huh.
Just, like... do something. Like, I just get so mad when people either have no motivation or no goals or nothing. That totally drives me nuts.
Definitely.
Number three.
So, I was thinking about this while you were talking. I was listening to you, I swear.
I am sure.
But I was also thinking. And I was thinking about Phyllis. And, girl. And I was thinking, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, when people don't respect you, or they ignore you, or they care more about themselves.
A person that's supposed to be a friend when they don't respect you.
So, like, this friend, Phyllis, will only talk about themselves. Will never ask how I'm doing. Will never ask, what's going on in my life. I will always listen to her. I will always talk about her work, but she never does the same for me. Right. And that kind of bugs me. And even when I do start to, like, tell her about my life, she tunes out, goes on her phone, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with one that is probably rude. But I get annoyed when people don't know when to stop talking. Like, we have...
Like me.
No, trust me, there are many more people. There are certain people in my life, I'm not even going to go to the extent to say where they're in my life, that just feel the need to just, like, corner you.
Yeah.
And just talk. And I'm fine. I try really, really hard on a day-to-day basis to, like, be very understanding and, like, listen and talk, because if I could have my own way, I would lock myself in a very large, like, castle with very big walls, and I wouldn't see people. I would, like, invite Becky in, who would do our podcast and, like, have our brunch served in my castle.
With dragons.
Surrounded safely. And then, like, she would go to her castle where she would be guarded safely. And I wouldn't see a lot of people. There's Amazon for that shit. I don't need to see people. I have YouTube. So, I just, like... There are people in my life that think that they need to go on and on and on and on and on. And I find myself trying, and I'm smiling and trying, and then eventually my real self comes through, and I just turn around and walk away. And it's like, I feel bad, I'm sorry, but you just needed to stop about 30 minutes ago. I can't take it. So people that don't know when to either realize that you're done talking, or to just, like, be done talking. We have something going on in our studio audience. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's happening. What is it? What's going on?
Cool.
Oh my gosh!
So our executive editor, also
our
known as
sound manager,
and
PR manager,
maker,
Brandon.
He's making some super cool.
He made
stuff.
us a logo.
It's awesome
For our podcast.
Thanks,
Brandon.
I love
it.
We love it.
Yay!
Tune into your social media to see the logo.
What are you making, Derek?
Tune into our social media to see our logo.
Check out our social medias, as we talked about in our last one, C's Beauty Blog on Instagram and Becky_McBride on Instagram. We will be talking about our podcast. So before we go to question 12, find us on all of our socials. We will be telling you where to find our podcast.
Someday we might have a podcast Facebook page / something else. Maybe.
Or like an
we'll
Instagram.
See. We'll see how popular we get.
Dueling Instagram.
Or
things. I really suck at social media. To be honest, I struggle with it.
We could do a YouTube channel and we could live stream our podcast.
Yes.
You're welcome.
I have a
Thank
chick.
you, Derek.
I have a skincare lady who does that. She does
Really?
she films her podcast while she's doing it, but then she also.
That's what Cassie Ho does for the Shirok podcast. They film it, but she has like a fancy studio, and we.
I have a bedroom that I film in, and sometimes I have.
That's
my bed
true.
in.
We could do that, and I have my fancy podcast studio.
We're set. We could do that
with the fancy lamp.
We're good. We're good to go.
All right.
So number 12.
Moving on. What was it? Where did we leave off?
That things annoy me easily.
Oh yeah, we just did that, right?
Yeah.
So, do you like my favorite animal?
I think so.
I like elephants. Those are my favorite.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Or owls. But I think elephants.
I like a lot of animals.
Yeah.
I feel like it's super obvious to say horse or dog because that's been like my life. So I like birds. Like,
yeah,
I had a son conure. His name was Ollie. Super fun. I would love at some point in life when I have like a house, I would love to have like I don't want to say an aviary, but like an aviary to have birds. I think that would be super cool. They're really interesting little creatures.
Mm-hmm.
That's a short one. We can do one short question.
We're gonna take a pee break though.
Pee break. Thank God.
Pause,
Brandon.
Brandon, pause it here. I have to pee.
Are they both peeing at the same time?
I think that's happening.
We should take over their podcast. Spill all their dirty secrets. How did you make that?
I cheated a lot.
Oh.
I am not nearly that good. I installed Perry P font. So that's where the font came from.
Oh.
And then I found the speakerphone.
Logo.
That was license free. You could use.
Oh, cool.
You drink?
Really?
No, I'm a little tipsy.
Really? Oh my god.
I had a lot of champagne. Well, so I had 2 drinks, and then I filled my cup with champagne. And then we had a drink at dinner. So. We are. We're
Brandon, start playing again.
Start here. Ow!
Okay, so we did number
We're back.
12.
After
We're on number 13. We finished it. Okay, number 13.
There's some wine in the freezer.
She has Moscato.
I have Moscato.
As you can tell, we're filming in our living room, house, whatever.
Yeah.
So number 13, I'm gonna go. We already talked about that one. One thing I lied about.
Oh.
What thing I lied about? I like that one.
About?
There's been a lot of things.
Oh gosh, you go first though. I gotta think about it.
Oh, stressful. I wasn't ready to go first.
I wasn't ready.
Ooh.
I lied about what? What? I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
I lied about like when my sister and I we like drew on a bookshelf or something that I had. I don't know. We lied about it. My parents discovered it.
Really in depth.
I don't know.
I lied a lot.
I do like white lies to make like my friends not hate me, kind of a thing.
Right.
Because they talk about each other like behind each other's backs and
Yeah.
stuff, you know. But
Right. I shouldn't have picked this one.
I don't like this one.
So the next one we're gonna go to instead is something that's currently worrying me. That's an interesting one. I'm gonna go with the big one.
Yeah.
We just talked about the big not volcano, but the big earthquake that's gonna shatter the West Coast. So I wasn't
Irrational Fears.
Irrational Fears podcast number 2.
Yep.
So check that out. But I wasn't really worried about that until we talked about it, and that's kind of on my radar again.
Yeah.
So California dropping into the ocean, and Oregon just getting totally fucked. But that's my fear or worry. Becky, what's your current worry?
Mine's going to be a little more realistic.
That's pretty realistic.
Because right now I'm about to enter my student teaching year.
Oh, snap.
So that's a full year of student teaching. And then after that, I will be a licensed teacher.
You have nothing to worry about.
I'm pretty worried.
Nothing to worry about.
It's a lot of work to balance because not only am I student teaching, but I also have to take my own college classes.
I'll give you that one.
So that's just balancing the workload. That's kind of worrying me.
That is, I can see that's stressful. Yeah. You have nothing to worry about, though.
Thank you.
You got this. 14.
What, you pick the next one while I get some down.
Becky's getting one. The next one I'm going to do is, ooh, I've got a good one for this. It's another poop story. An embarrassing moment.
No!
This ties into what could be potentially question number 9.
Oh, God.
An embarrassing moment I'm going to start with. I used to wear underwear. One day I don't wear underwear anymore unless I'm writing, so we'll just preface it that way. I'm going for a good one. If we did CJ's shit story for podcast number 3, we're going for another CJ shit story, and it's a real life problem. So I was on the bus with a stomach ache in 8th grade, and this will teach you to never trust a fart. So I had a stomach ache. I thought I was just going to release the pressure. And lo and behold, there was a lot more than pressure built up. And needless to say, I had to duck walk into the 8th grade bathroom, middle school bathroom, and peel my underwear off and leave it in the garbage can. So from that day forward, I decided to not wear underwear for no other reason than I found it much more comfortable. So one thing led to another.
You, though?
It would protect you, but luckily I have not shit my pants since that day. So protection has not been needed. I wear it when I ride to prevent cheating. So Becky, what's something embarrassing?
No.
I opened the door for a lot of possibilities there.
So
the audience knows me now.
Mine might be a little bit TMI.
Hey, I just told you about shitting my pants.
I'm a female. I go through monthly female things.
Females have monthly things.
We do. When I was younger, and this was like basically right after I had gotten my first period.
Might have happened at the same time I shit my pants.
Maybe middle school kind of a thing.
Okay.
We went to a lake to go swimming, and I was not prepared because I didn't know what the protocol was.
How do you prepare
for when you go swimming when you're on your period? Like I had no idea.
I know at water parks you're supposed to not go if you're on your period.
Well, you can go. But like no one had taught me how to use a tampon or anything like that, so I didn't know what you were really supposed to do. So the only thing I knew was to put a pad on with my swimming suit. That's the only thing I knew was to use pads. No one had even I didn't even know what a tampon was at that point. That's how new I was to the whole thing. So when you go swimming with a pad, which they absorb moisture, the pad becomes a very large pad.
Like a pillow.
Like a pillow in your pants.
It's like a vagina pillow.
And then, so I was swimming around, having a good time, and I had to pee. This is the first time I've told anyone this story, by the way. So I had to pee. So I get out to go to the bathroom.
I give you credit for that because I would have peed in the ocean or wherever you were. That's what I do. I just let it rip.
I'm fine. Well, the part of it was because I had to pee. The other part of it was because I was this pad is really weirdly big, and that doesn't make sense.
Right.
So then I get out to go to the bathroom, and I didn't know where the bathroom was, so I was standing in the parking lot looking around, and I hear these people laughing.
Oh.
Right? And I turn around, and there's, like, these teenagers. At the time, I thought they were so old, but now they were probably,
Babies,
like,
yeah.
16, 17. And they were, like, laughing at me, and I realized that my pad was, my giant waterlogged pad was hanging out of my swimsuit bottom.
Oh, Becky. So we gave you 2 really good embarrassing moments.
Oh God! So I just like shoved it back.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Get your.
Just like hightailed it into the bathroom.
I mean,
oh my God!
That's a simple mistake.
I still wake up at night and think about it.
That's fair. So we're on question 15. Becky gets to pick this one because I did a very stressful one. You know a lot about us now.
I know, really.
We're
You
very
really
open,
do.
clearly.
There's nothing else hidden. I don't want to do where I work because I feel like people would then know where we work. And they know what we do, so that's, I feel like that's kind of...
I like the 32nd one.
37?
Yeah,
3 habits I have? Okay, what are 3 habits... Oh, wait, no, I have to answer that, right?
Either way, it doesn't matter.
3...
I think we've gone fully energy on this.
We're like... 3 habits I have. 3 habits I have. Are these good habits or bad habits?
I think just habits.
Just habits. So I have... No.
I would say, like... Okay, so I was going to go one that's like a daily thing. I go to Starbucks or go to a coffee place every morning.
I'm going to sneeze, by the way. It might happen anytime.
That's fine.
Okay.
So I go to Starbucks every day. Or I try to go to a different coffee place, but to be honest, I have the Starbucks rewards thing. I just go to Starbucks and get my cold brew. It's $3.50. Okay. There's one of my daily habits.
So then my daily habit is I mean, kind of similar. I drink coffee with Brandon.
Yeah.
So we wake up, we take our showers, and then as soon as we're done with our showers, we go and we eat breakfast and drink coffee together, cool. So that we at least have a little bit of time in the morning together.
Right.
And then he leaves for work, and then I finish getting ready for the day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So my other habit, I always have to have a radio or a TV or any kind of volume thing on an even number. So if I see somebody turn the volume, I'd make sure it's even. If I change the volume, I will fiddle with the fucking radio or the TV, no matter how hard or easy it is, until that number is even.
I love it.
For no other reason than it just drives me nuts. Like, I don't feel like your TV should be at 25. Your radio should not be at 15. Like, make it even. It's a lot easier.
So, kind of on the same note of that, like, OCD behavior.
Yeah.
In my parents' house, where I grew up, I almost said the location. That would have been bad. I would have been stalkers. And they have a staircase that goes up to our bedrooms, and I count how many stairs.
I think that's,
every single time.
I could see that.
There's 14, if anyone's wondering. 14. Every time.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
That's my other habit.
It's kind of difficult.
I know, because I think I do a lot of things.
I know I do weird OCD things maybe, but it's hard to identify them myself.
Right. I
know one.
Go for it.
I have this, it's lately, it's not all the time, where when I don't know what to say when someone tells me something, when it's not like a good thing they're telling me, I say, well, that's not fun. And that's
okay, so similar along the lines of saying that, I will say, especially when I'm having a conversation with somebody I either am not super familiar with or somebody that I'm like professionally talking with, I will say "oh" before everything. Like, or if I'm talking to a client, I'm like, "Oh, cool," not "oh, nice," "oh, that's fun."
Or like, when I start
awesome.
explaining, I say, so.
Right. And I'll say it before every single thing that I say to this person. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wow. Oh, nice. And I'll catch myself like, are you kidding me? I sound like I'm an illiterate freak, which there's nothing wrong with illiterate freaks. If you're an illiterate freak, I love it. But I say oh before everything. I'm like, seriously, I didn't go through all that school for nothing.
Right.
So that's my freak of the week thing. So, number 16? 17?
Yes.
16.
I like my future goals.
My future goals. Okay, Becky, what are your future goals?
I have a lot of future goals.
Let's hear 2 of them.
Okay, so to be a teacher.
Which you're on the road to.
I am on the road to, and I'm loving it so far. I just kind of want to be
Very
there.
proud of you.
Thank you. I don't like the journey to get there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just be there. That's
It's hard.
The hard thing.
It's a lot.
And then the other thing is to be a writer. So part of the becoming a teacher is a double degree program, so you actually graduate with 2 degrees.
Right.
So your first degree is in whatever subject matter you want to teach, and your second degree is in education. So I've already completed my whole degree in English, so I could graduate right now and have a degree in English, but I'm finishing with the second degree. So definitely someday I want to write a book. I'd love to be the next J.K. Rowling.
I would love for you to be the next J.K. Rowling.
I don't think
Please
that'll
make
ever.
a book similar to that.
I don't think that would ever
I think
happen.
you could. It's a lot, but you could do it.
Someday. Yeah.
So my future goal, one we kind of touched upon, I would love to create and develop my own skincare line. One that I would like, I don't want to private label it, so if I'm going to try to go to this school, I want to be able to my goal would be to create a super high quality, really ingredient rich skincare line that kind of targets, I don't know, certain concerns. So I'd be able to really target anti-aging or dryness, dehydration, etc. I'd really like to just develop my own brand.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you need money and investment to do that, but I feel like I'd like to be able to just start out small and slowly build it. That way I don't want to have any big investors. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do with the brand in a negative way. If I could have assistance along the way, I think that would be really cool. And the other thing I would love to be able to do is I would love to be able to take that business or take my life and be able to support my parents or my family. So I grew up, I'm not going to say I grew up poor because I feel like there's an extreme connotation with that, but I grew up I was very lucky to get and was able to do what I wanted to. I was able to show horses and do that sort of thing. I was very fortunate in that sense. But my parents struggled a lot, and they gave up a lot for me to be able to do that. So I would love to be able to get to a point in life where I could support them, take care of them, because I know that they're not going to be able to do that themselves. So I'd like to be able to take care of my parents and great-parents. So there's one single view into me being nice.
That's cute.
So we'll go with question 18.
Oh, I don't want to twin.
We're so close.
Let's see. So we did my future goals.
I feel like the
really
Beastman's fan is
similar.
Similar, yeah.
I don't like that.
I feel like any of the next ones could work.
We could do what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think that gives a little day in the life deal.
Yesterday. Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. What I did yesterday. So yesterday, since I'm starting my student teaching year, I was doing a prep day with my cooperating teacher.
Right.
So I woke up and I got ready and I had some coffee and I headed over and I got kind of set up in the school. I got a key to the room I'm teaching in and to the staff lounge and that kind of thing. And I got to open the doors, that all that stuff, so I can get into the building and work there without my cooperating teacher having to be there. And then we did some lesson planning for the day. We set up some of our classroom stuff. Went to lunch. Went to the gym. Worked out. I don't know. That's basically it. Had some
Oh.
wine with dessert. CJ's
I lost
gonna
control
fall
for a
off the
minute.
chair. I have a boring day-to-day schedule.
Which is why we were going to call it mundane radio. So
The
there's our
weekends are
first
kind of
clue.
when I do stuff, but
Right.
yeah.
It's kind of the
That's
same
true,
thing
it's
for
kind
me. Like, get up. I don't know. Becky has more.
Yes, I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, go
After
for it.
I went to the gym
Yes.
and I made dinner and everything, I was on Netflix and I was looking at all the Disney movies, and so I watched Camp Rock and
Nice.
Camp Rock 2,
That's good.
and then I went to bed.
That's something.
That was my evening.
That's a good night. That works. So my day is pretty uniform, like Monday through Friday, unless I'm at a horse show. Get up, do my skincare routine, kind of play around with the dogs. I stopped, like I said, go to my Starbucks, get my cold brew, because that's what I've been vibing on lately. I drive like an hour to work and an hour back, so I go to work, I ride however many horses, do whatever I'm doing with the horses for the day, however many lessons, work with Shannon, work with her sister, and so I'm there basically from anywhere from like 9:30 to 5, 6 o'clock. Come home, Derek and I usually do dinner, and we'll either like watch Orange is the New Black, Grace and Frankie, play video games, something like that, and then I'll do my skincare routine for the night and go to bed. Maybe watch a couple YouTube videos in there, but nothing super exciting. Same thing as Becky. On weekends, I'll do like YouTube videos and things like that,
Right.
but nothing super exciting.
Yeah, the weeks are pretty boring.
We're so close. Question number 19.
No. Okay.
So close. Oh, this is mine.
Oh.
Favorite store?
Something
I'm talented
favorite
at.
food.
What's something you're talented at? I think that's
Something I'm
a good
talented
question.
at? I'm not talented
Yes,
at
you're a very
anything.
talented person.
I like to think I'm a talented writer.
I think you're a talented writer.
You've read a couple of my things.
I think you're a very talented writer.
I like to think I am. I don't know. Yeah. I like writing, so I don't know. I think I'm okay at that.
I think you are too.
Yeah.
Something I'm talented at? I don't know. Nothing.
You are talented at... Okay, so you hate people.
Yeah.
But I think you're talented at being a, people person. You know what I mean?
I could agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I feel like since my parents are horse trainers as well, I've kind of grew up learning to just
Deal
talk
with
to people and work with people and deal with people.
Yeah.
So I have very few people that I truly like, a very small circle, 2 people. But yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I can deal with people.
Yeah, and I think with your YouTube videos too, that kind of helps you to get a public persona.
Yeah. Well, I definitely have to
Where-
interact with people more and learn to find a common ground
Learn
and
to be nice.
exactly.
Learn to
I have
be-
a hard time with that. It's
Yeah.
a struggle. Yeah, I can agree with that. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're finally to our very last question.
No.
It's been a long time since you came around. But we're here. Question number 20, and
We've
this is
had
Becky's.
A lot to drink.
Much to drink.
So much. Keep in mind, this is our 4th podcast we've done tonight.
This is our 4th podcast, and just so you know, we're still drinking the Champagne Unicorn, but we've also moved on to pure champagne and Moscato. So
we
at this
ran out of
point,
all the mixers. We're
our-
just straight up.
Yeah, mixers have become our straight drinks.
Yeah.
And we're going straight for it. So this is number 4.
Doing it.
Our last question as well. Our last podcast for the
Can
day.
we do celebrity crushes?
Yes.
Okay. Because we can't do a photo of ourselves.
I don't want to do that.
And I don't read
People
any
shouldn't
blogs.
see me.
So I want to do our celebrity crush.
Eventually, your favorite blog will be mine if I can ever get it up. Struggling with
Are you
that.
going to do a blog?
I'm struggling. I want to go.
Oh, I would read it.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Okay.
It's so hard.
Yeah, I can't. I've tried.
I did a crazy one where it's like, I think I paid hundreds of dollars for a host thing, and then a network, and then a WordPress, and then I look at it and I get sick and nervous.
I
and
feel like
can't figure it
WordPress
out.
is all you need.
Somebody
WordPress is
recommended
easy.
Squarespace as well,
Oh,
and then
that's
they
pretty
said that
good.
they could help me.
I had to use a WordPress for a class because we had to do a blog where we would do our assignments on there, and it wasn't hard.
I might try it again and just try it
Yeah.
and see, but I feel like I got a lot going on. So celebrity crushes.
Yes.
You go first because I have no
Me.
clue.
Okay, so I don't like the usual like celebrity crushes. I don't like
Right.
super like
Ryan Gosling. And
yeah. No.
Brad Pitt, George Clooney.
I am I guess you could say like nerdy crusher kind of. I like Benedict Cumberbatch and Nicholas Hoult.
I don't
kind of like
know
this-
who that is.
He was in X-Men. He played the Beast, like the
Oh, okay.
big blue guy.
Right.
And he was in War Movies.
Oh,
He's a
yes,
zombie. Yeah.
I can see that.
Him. He's got like the bluest eyes. So I don't know. I like the like skinny guys, not like super macho.
Right. That transferred to normal life. Real life. So my first celebrity crush, if we're going with two, I would say Emma Watson. Because I loved
Yes.
her. Okay, so originally loved her as Hermione. I feel
Yes.
like she probably should have been the main character instead of like
Probably.
Harry Potter, the guy who got lucky. I
Have
feel
you
like
seen the Hermione as the like if Harry Potter was from Hermione's perspective?
Yes.
It's like fuck the pig tree.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
yeah.
Hermione or Emma Watson as Hermione Granger was incredible, but she's also transferred into an amazing humanitarian,
Yes.
a super good person.
Yes.
And she's beautiful. She's been in, I don't know, Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Marie Claire a million times.
Mhm.
I just think there's everything to love about her. And obviously, I'm going to say my number two would be Lady Gaga. I just adore her. She's another one, though. She might be crazy, and she's had a ton of evolutions over the years.
Yes.
But, like,
I kind of like that though.
as a
It's
person,
refreshing.
though, like, if you really read what she said and you really look into her life, she came from pretty humble beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, like, she's a good person. People can say what they want about her aesthetic, who she is as a performer, but you gotta remember, Lady Gaga is her stage name.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie Germanotta is her real name. And there's a person behind that. And I think that there's a really good person behind
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So those are my two celebrity crushes.
I like that.
I like them too. So that's it for this podcast. Of course, don't forget to find us on all of our social medias. I'm hoping that you will have found us by now.
Yeah, we'll put them in
And-
the there's like a comment.
I'm not sure how
thing.
podcasts work,
No,
so
there
I'm
is.
going
There's like
with you on this.
a summary of the
Oh, like
of
if
the
you're downloading an app.
podcast. Yeah.
Okay,
So we can put it. I think we can put it in there.
so we'll
try
be
to see.
somewhere.
somewhere.
Look for Muggle Talk.
Look
Of
for
course, if you're
Muggle
listening to
Talk.
this, you probably found Muggle Talk.
I hope
But
so. Tell us what you want us to talk about.
please give us feedback, what you want to hear, what you want to know. We'll give you limited information, but we'll do it over time. So that's all for this edition. We'll chat with you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.